Another tough one. Solid first half by us. Tried to tell them at half that they're not going to stop. It's going to come right back out. We had to come out with a lot of energy and play the same way we did in the first half. And they popped us in the mouth right at the beginning of the second half, and that's all she wrote.
Coach, what do you see in the third quarter?
We didn't score the basketball, and we also didn't find Montgomery.
What about the defense?
We didn't find Montgomery. It isn't a secret that she's a three-baller. She hit 7 against us down in Atlanta. Everybody knew that Montgomery, once she starts to hit 1 or 2, things get rolling. You have to be in her space. You have to communicate. You know they're going to set screens.
I know the second half the ball was going flat instead of going up. They were going flat. What caused that?
That's the players. I mean, a lot of times you got to get a little lift on it. Sometimes you're a little tired, but again, it's finding open people. It's knocking down shots, and it's at the other end. If we're not scoring, we gotta hold them to not score. So our defense then has to put a lot of pressure on our defense if we can't put the ball in the hole.
Coach, limited to 8 players tonight. How do you think everyone responded to increased responsibilities? I think Tina played the entire game,
Yeah.
so how do you think they all did?
You know what? They've all been champs about everything the whole season. I mean, from start to finish, we've had a couple people missing here and there, but proud of them and the way they showed up. Again, constantly want to learn and constantly want to get better, but I am proud of their effort. I'm proud of how hard they played. We just have to get better. We absolutely just have to get better. Finishing the first half, we have to get better. Turnovers, not allowing them to get points off of our turnovers. So lots of little things, but we repeat things, and that's also a problem. Is something we need to take those mistakes and then improve on them.
This is a game. This was another game where you guys played an elite opponent. Atlanta's fighting for second place in the entire league right now. So this is another game you took an opponent to the brink for most of the game. So what's the one thing you guys need to pick up a win over these Final Four on the West Coast?
We got to make shots. We got to play consistently for 40. I mean, we had moments where our defense, we were getting in stances, getting through screens, helping, rebounding. Times we made the extra passes, we're knocking down shots. Got to keep being aggressive. So it's a lot of little things, but we have to do them for the whole game. We have usually the third quarter, boom, right back in the ball game. They take the lead, and basically that's all she wrote. So again, it has to be a sense of urgency on every single possession for the whole 40 minutes, and that's again consistency for our team has not been for the whole 40. Can't say it hasn't been there, but we have not played the way we need to for 40 minutes to get these wins.
How do you feel about Allen's performance complementing Tina's 26 points?
You know what she does? She is who she is. She's a scorer. One thing that she really, she can shoot the thing, and she can get a shot off on a lot of folks. And she's solid on defensive end. She rebounds. But she's also a very good post-up player. She's got a lot of length. She can get a shot off on people. That's something that we've, obviously can go to when she's in the ball game. So again, I think she's, for somebody who, spot minutes throughout the season and has been able to really show herself now, I've just been impressed by the way she just locks in every day. But it's nice to have another scorer out there and somebody to put the ball in the hole.
Coach, you can't talk about it, but I noticed tonight Atlanta got 30 foul shots.
Yeah.
They got 30.
It's been a rough year on the officials. If you look at the numbers, free throw attempts, free throws, fouls against, all of that is. I think we were top of the league last year. We were at the bottom of the league this year. With a large disparity. But again, we can only control the controllables. I can't say that's something I'm happy about, but that's our reality, and we can still win ball games with that. If we didn't turn the ball over, we didn't allow those 3 balls, we put the ball in a hole a little bit. With that disparity, probably could have won ball game.
Coach, you've been with this franchise for a little bit. You have been talking a lot to us about consistency or lack thereof. How much do you think is symptomatic of this team, or are these things maybe that you've seen throughout the years?
Well, you got to demand of yourself. The rebounding, some things have always been somewhat of our Achilles heel going forward. But the league's better. This year I think we played hard for the most part. But as I said, we just haven't played well enough to get these wins. So I do think the league's a lot harder. I think the combined schedule, but it has to be when the ball goes up. You've got to lock in on every single thing and say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure I do this. I'm going to do this. And see where it ends, with wins and losses.
Coach, this hasn't been the season that anybody really drew up for you guys. Final game here at Westchester County Center. What would you like to say to the fans on Fan Appreciation Day?
It's great. We had our barbecue yesterday with our season ticket holders. We love them. They're so loyal. They love this league. They love this team. We appreciate them so much. I mean, they've gone through a lot as well this season with the transition. So again, we are so thankful that they have been so supportive all year. They've been rowdy, they've been right there with us. So again, our league is very, very special when it comes to our fans, our relationship with our fans. So we're pumped that they've been there, through thick and thin with us, and it means a lot.
Now, was the move to White Plains what you guys had been expecting?
I don't know what we knew to expect, honestly. But it's been, I thought Westchester County Center, the folks here did an amazing job, and they were, great to work with. Again, I think our fans, those that could make it when they could, great. I think we maybe got some new fans. So again, I don't know if we knew what we were to expect, but I thought it was, for everything that was going on, I think it was a good thing.
I'd be
A lot of
remiss if
these
I didn't
players
ask you to
go-
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you to comment on your upcoming Hall of Fame induction. I know it's been just 4 more games to go, but, and I know you're very modest.
No, I mean, it's exciting. It's, I gotta write my speech, but that's it. Other than that, I'm looking forward to celebrating, with a lot of friends and family, and enjoy it a little bit, kind of reminisce a bit, and, get to see some other folks, and a lot of legends I'm sure will be there. So it will be something that, you've always just watched and heard about, and now you're gonna be there. So it's probably one of those things, you're just gonna be looking around wide-eyed all weekend, and just trying to soak it up. But I'm looking forward to relaxing and enjoying it.
Coach,
When
this
you
is
went back to
basically
the,
this,
when
go
you
ahead,
went back to the Garden to play Seattle, right? How much of a familiar feel was it? And do you feel maybe the transition being here, like, a lot of these players grew up at the Garden.
Yeah,
Do you feel it had something to do with it?
It is familiarity. When we went and played down at MSG, yeah, of course, it feels very comfortable. And I've been there for, multiple years now. But I also played at Prudential in Jersey. So, I mean, I've kind of been all around. So it is familiar and it feels comfortable. I don't know. Again, there's a lot of things, a lot of moving pieces that I'm not sure if it did have an effect. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But there's just a lot of things that could have. But again, our jobs are to do the best we can on the basketball floor and control the things we can. But I don't know if it didn't. But I thought our players really handled the whole thing very, very well. Again, I spoke it through the whole time, the whole off season to the season. I thought our players, for the limbo that we were in, I thought did an amazing job of really keeping it, keeping themselves ready and coming to compete.
Coach, this has come to the end of your first year as a head coach. You've been in this league for a long time, but this is your first in such a highly valued position, coaching the New York franchise. I mean, you've had to go through a lot this year. You just said you guys were a bit of a limbo. If you had to give yourself a self-assessment of your first year as head coach, what would you say?
Decent. I mean, it's hard because I don't think even as a player I've ever been like, man, I killed that. It's always like I think it's solid. I feel comfortable. I want to keep learning. Game subs, how to play, who to play. Do you just sit people? Do you not? Those things are probably the hardest things. But the conversations, the relationships, the practice, the game planning, all of that, I feel very comfortable and willing to adjust to every year to your team, because next year's going to be a whole new ball game. How do you win? It may be different. It may be the same. How do you guard people? They're going to change. So again, you have a willingness to get better, and that's really what I want. I just want to keep growing and being able to work with whoever you have and to change for them. I don't necessarily think they have to change for us. We're trying to use our pieces as well as you can. So decent.
Coach,
I've enjoyed it. Let's just say that.
Coach, I've been covering this basketball for 40 years. And I want to thank you for being a class act. That's all you are. That's all I want to say.
I do appreciate that. Thanks, you guys.
All right,
Thanks, you guys.